Okay, I think I'm live. Yep. Alright. So there's a pretty big, well, not, like, it's not really that big of a, tomorrow's the bigger threat. There's not too much of a big threat today, but I still want to go live because there's a developing supercell right here, so it's not really very visible on this model. Yeah, this is gonna have a lot of hail. Yeah. This could become a threat for hail, damaging winds, and a possible tornado. Gotta bring this over here real quick. Okay, let me go to my... So there's some storms up in Nebraska too. These look like just big hail storms. Yeah, no tornadic storms up here in Nebraska so far, but they do look like hail producers. Yeah, so here we have some hail right here. Take a look at the reflectivity. Yeah, so there's probably a $50 size hail right here. I wish I could make this pen bigger. It's right there. And then there is some storms over here in Richmond, Virginia. Oh, I thought it looked weird. There we go. So yeah, we have a decent storm down here in Richmond. This is also a big hail and wind producer. Actually, the hail looks like it's pretty much wrapped itself up, but the wind is pretty bad here in Richmond. So, but this storm will be just moving out. Should be around by like 10 p.m. It's just gonna move out to the Atlantic Ocean. So we'll take a look at the model for that. Let's take a look. So, right now, which is oh wait, no, it's gonna be out of here. Never mind. So yeah, this actually will not be out of here. It looks like it's just gonna kind of fizzle off. I really thought it would. Interesting. I thought it was gonna go into the Pacific Ocean. But yeah, so this is pretty interesting right here because this is a very big hail producer. Like you can see, this right here means hail because it's the blue. The blue is when it's detecting the debris on the radar, and hail is considered as debris. So this back half of the storm right here is just straight hail. Not too much for the velocity on the storm quite yet, but it's mainly just a hailstorm right now. It's a big hail producer. Yeah, so clouds are moving pretty fast, at least. This is pretty far away, though. Yeah, so really strong hail core right here. And then newest radar update. Interesting. This storm does look quite windy, but it doesn't have too much rotation. So yeah, well, I mean like 35-ish miles per hour winds. So wow, yeah. So this hail is intensifying in this storm over here in Nebraska. So yeah, pretty big hail core right here. Yeah, so this storm is mostly just a hail producer. Not expecting really any wind from this storm or any absolute. I'm not expecting any tornadoes from the storm whatsoever. But it looks like it is trying to weaken. Like it's getting a little bit weaker again. The hail core is getting smaller. It's just today's gonna be an all. Today's either gonna be a mess or today's gonna be really. It could either be a really active day or a really non-active day. So, but we pretty much have guaranteed that tomorrow will be a very active day. So I will be live for tomorrow, probably around 4. Yeah, this hail core is pretty impressive right now. Um, yeah, so there's a decent amount of hail coming out of this storm near Crookston, Nebraska. So yeah, this storm did kind of blow up, but it's getting a little smaller, it seems. Well, not necessarily smaller, just a little bit more messy. I will be right back. I'm back, and there is a new severe thunderstorm warning. Hasn't showed up yet, but it has ping pong ball size hail is what is being reported. South of Quanah. Check on these storms over here in Richmond again. Yeah, not expecting too much from these storms. I'm just expecting just typical thunderstorms. They're not looking too much like hail producers anymore. Yeah, I mean, there might be a little bit of hail right here, but that's pretty much what I'm seeing. And this really isn't a big, well, yeah, it might be a little bit windy storm. Strap down your trampolines, because yeah, I mean 53-mile-per-hour gusts, or maybe even just steady wind in the really core part of the storm, and then maybe up to 40 over here. So yeah, I would say keep your stuff strapped down. Make sure you're in the storm. But if you're in Richmond, anywhere in the path of right here, I would say you want to probably strap down your stuff, even though it might be raining. You don't want it flying into anybody's window or anything. But this part of the storm is looking like it's the most powerful piece. But this will be moving to the south and then kind of dissipating after about 12 or 11 p.m. tonight. So that's a very, very slow moving storm compared to, I mean, the one up here yesterday was insanely fast. One of the fastest storms I've seen this year. But it was with literally like a 90-minute storm like up in here, and it was basically gone. I will be right back again. I'm so sorry. Alright, I'm back. Golf ball size hail is possible in here. And down here we have a chance for golf ball size hail and 60 to 70 mile per hour damaging winds. Interesting. Indiana might have a little bit of a risk right here right now for severe thunderstorm moving into, well, in Kentucky moving into Indiana. Interesting. That was loud. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this storm is still producing a mega amount of hail. A really big hail core right here. Yeah, I think it's a little bit less than earlier, but it's still there. There is a new mesoscale discussion. I will be retweeting that on Twitter and showing you guys right now. So whoops. So look at the cloud cover over. So yeah, there's this storm. I mean, it's a decently sized storm here. I mean, there's a lot. You can see there's a lot of moisture in the clouds in this area. So there's a decent amount of clouds up here. There we go. Yeah, some decent cumulonimbus clouds up here. So yeah, that storm makes sense why it's spawning severe. This one down here. This is So this is just kind of the edge of the storm that's kind of intense right now. So interesting. The storm is still not looking very active in the velocity. Think up. In the velocity spectrum of it. So yeah, it is moving decently fast. I mean, it's moving 60 to 70 miles per hour. It's not as fast as the ones yesterday, but still. And it's not moving as slow as the storm over here in Richmond, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Storm's moving as fast as you can walk. Storm's really slow. So. This one might be a little bit of rotation right here, but I wouldn't say too much for now. Probably the most rotation we've seen all day. Not too much hail coming with the storm either. It looks like just a typical windy thunderstorm over here in really northern Kentucky. The storm does look like it's projected to move probably up here, but it will into Oklahoma, obviously, but it'll be probably much weakened by then. Whoops, wrong tool. Bro, this is not working with me right now. So yeah, this one's kind of split off into two pieces here, which is pretty interesting. Still pretty strong winds with the storm, but no rotating winds. Maybe some winds up to maybe high 50s or high 40s, low 50 mile per hour winds here in the storm. This hail core is still pretty intense right here. But I still think that maybe the one, I don't know, I think the one up in Nebraska is a bigger threat for hail. I don't know yet, but never mind, it's weakened a lot. Okay. So yeah, this Texas storm has intensified a little bit. So yeah, these storms, really I don't think there's going to be any tornado threat today. It was predicted that, I mean, these cells are moving in For maybe trying, yeah, not really. Oh, wait, I'm in Nebraska. What am I doing? There's like absolutely nothing in Kansas really at the moment. But they did say if there was going to be a tornado that it would be nocturnal. But I still don't believe there will be too much tornado. The main spot that I think there will be tornadoes is tomorrow in this area. We can take a look at the models here. Oops, wrong day. Yeah, so right here. But the main spot should be around like this area here. Which I know I kind of just circled the whole thing, but it's for tornadoes I'm talking. Yeah, so hatched. So we do have a 10% hatched risk tomorrow. And Iowa, Minnesota, and Illinois. So we'll probably be live. We will be live for that. So interesting. Interesting how they haven't changed this into a 30% zone down here. Because really, there's nothing in here. There's like nothing in most of the zone, really. I wouldn't even say that it's a 30% up here, just because, mainly because, I mean, I know it's pretty big hail, but not enough to show that like much up on radar. I mean, here's a little bit of hail right here, but like compared to the storm in Texas, I feel like they should have made this 30% out in Texas. But I'm not. I don't work at the U.S. National Weather Service. I'm not them. They're way smarter than me, trillions of times smarter than me. So I'm not gonna judge. So yeah, this is a decent amount of hail right here. Hail core is going a little bit crazy again on this storm, maybe even a little bit over here. Interesting. So we won't see this storm into Oklahoma City probably until about 10:30, 11 p.m. Eastern, 9:30, 10 p.m. Central Time. And I really do believe that by that time the storm will dissipate or like just kind of fall apart. Maybe not be like as strong as it is right now. I think once it gets to about here, it'll probably weaken. Maybe just a little bit before Oklahoma City, right here. Kind of like got a little ring around it, but at the moment it's not gonna. Wait, what? This has to be a bug. There's no way that's real. There's no way that's real. That's a bug. It's gotta be. Hold on, let me check. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that's glitched. Wow, that's one of the, I've never seen a glitch on Radar Omega. And this isn't really even Radar Omega's fault, this is just bad readings from that spot. I'm trying to find a, alright, I can't find any. Alright, let's go, muted? I'm not muted. Yeah, I'm not muted. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go check on this Virginia storm, because it's been a little bit since we checked on it, yeah. It's pretty much the same, it's just moving pretty slow. It's got some really strong winds. I mean, high 40s, low 50 mile per hour winds. So you definitely don't want to have anything out, but yeah. And like I said, this storm is moving at 25 miles per hour. That is absolutely slow, which means that it's supposed to dissipate down here. So 25 miles per hour is most likely it'll look like it'll be down here about probably about 10 p.m. Eastern. Whoops. Check on this little storm over here. So yeah, the storm looks like it's producing, yeah, it's looking like a typical storm right now. Again, there could be some rotation developing here, but if so, it's really slow and it's not really going to be anything. Yeah, and maybe a little bit of hail over here, but that's, I'd say about it for the storm. It's not even in the, yeah. Let's go check up on these Let's go check up on these storms up here in Nebraska again. Or actually now in South Dakota. Still just very large hail and damaging winds. Pretty much the same threat for every single storm today. I mean, 80-mile-per-hour winds. It's pretty crazy. So this is a pretty nasty storm when it comes to hail and wind. So definitely stay away from windows if there's hail. And you really just want to stay away from windows. I did not see this part of the storm up here until just now. Looks like there might be some bad hail up here too. Nah, not really. But you can see it on the reflectivity. There's a little bit of a hail for here. This is a This is a very interesting storm up here. Very windy. Not as windy as the other part of the storm, but it's still very windy up here. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning down here in Texas again. It has not showed up yet, but it is going to be about here. Here, I think I can get this better. About there. Actually, no. That's still wrong. I'm not having a good time with this right now. Here we go. That's it. This is kind of like a 3-day event. Today and Wednesday, they were probably the weakest days of this event, though. The most strong, I would say, is going to probably be tomorrow. But if we look at the severe weather for the day 3 outlook, 3 days away, not the most accurate thing in the world, but we do have a slight risk in Indianapolis, southern, southwest Ohio, southeast Illinois, and the good western quadrant of Kentucky. But this isn't, we don't even have a tornado predictability for this yet, but it's probably not going to be too much of an event. It'll just be a weaker version of tomorrow. But if there is any tornadoes, I would expect them to be around here. Oh, this right here is the chaser meetup of the century. As you can see, we have wild storm chasers here in their natural habitat with the Dominator 3. Where's Reed? I know he's here somewhere. But yeah, not too much going on today. I might I might end stream here. This storm is looking like it's gonna be a bit of the same for maybe the next hour and a half. So, if anything bad or anything intensified happens, I will be giving out updates on Twitter and reposting National Weather Service stuff. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/ratedradar. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of this threat today is mainly just going to be gusty winds overnight and the occasional hailstorm, but I wouldn't even rule that out. Maybe, I wouldn't rule out any tornadoes or anything like that, but I would say that it's a very low chance of tornadoes. This is definitely I don't think that anything will come of this 10% hatch risk, but if it does, I'll be giving out updates on Twitter. Most likely I won't be going live again today, but yeah. So I will be streaming tomorrow, maybe around 4 p.m., and I'll be giving out updates on Twitter. Make sure you guys stay with the weather, and I'll see you guys later.